Achonti, is there racism in the strip clubs?
There is actually a lot of racism in the strip clubs. It's funny acting, like you can be too black or too Spanish or too whatever you are, but you can't really act a color. So it's kind of like ignorant of people. I say a lot of ignorant people are in the strip club because you can't be mad at somebody from they act too black. Because let me ask you this: you a Spanish man and you on a block and you got your chains on and you listening to your loud music, and down the block it's a nigga doing the same shit. Tell me why he is acting black and you is not acting black, but y'all doing the same exact thing. So technically what you're really trying to say is we too urban. You ain't really down with that urban life. Well, you ain't down with that urban life, get out the booty club, Poppy, because let me tell you something, that's what it's about. It's hip hop, it's not black, it's not white, it's not Asian, it don't have a race on it. It's a community of its own, it's every color, it's a melting pot. And that is important for everybody to know that you can't act too black, you can't act too white, you act who you are. You shake your ass, you throw the money, you vibing, you not acting nothing. And understandable if somebody can't understand you, they don't speak English, that's not my fault. I'm not mad at you. I don't feel like you should go back to your country or something. But don't be mad at me because I am black, and I take a lot of pride in that because a lot of people diss me for being black, and I don't feel that because my mom is a white woman and she thinks she's black. She does. But it's bad. It gets really bad in the clubs, and I don't want to say it like that, but unfortunately it is harder for a dark-skinned girl or a black girl. She doesn't necessarily have to be dark-skinned, but it's harder for a dark-skinned girl or a black girl to make money in the strip club in New York because it's so many Spanish people and so many black people hating on each other. I'm not gonna blame one side. I'm not gonna do that. But black people like Spanish people. Spanish people like black people, but only to your point.
But Spanish is from Spain. So if you're not from Spain, then you're kind of not Spanish. But Latino is more of a culture. It's not a race because they have black Latinos. They had a guy, Hector Lavoe, he had a song.
My grandfather that raised me, he's not my mom's real father, but he's my grandfather nevertheless. And he's half Spanish from Spain and half Mexican from Mexico. Like, I'm around the lifestyle. Like, my Portuguese people, they speak a dialect of Spanish, but I'm black. I identify with being black. I'm from the hood, so that also helps me be black, I guess is what you guys would call it. But it's not about that because at the end of the day, when you see me, you don't see black. You see this light-skinned girl, she's Spanish? Nah, she's not, but that's cool too. Well, why is that wrong? Like, why? Because I listen to Meek Mill and you listen to who you listen to, it's a problem. It should no problem. It shouldn't be no problem. The racism is retarded. Like, if you like somebody, if you're in the club, you like somebody, throw her your money. Don't sit there, don't be mad I can't tip you because you're black. Or let your homeboy tell you can't tip her because she's Spanish. Nah, man, cut that shit short, my nigga, because at the end of the day, all of us girls are in there, we're in there for one reason, and that's to eat. And the only reason why you're in there is to feed us. So quit playing. Straight up. That's it. Don't really, the racism is just stupid. It's too much stuff going on outside of the strip club to bring that into the strip club. Because I work in Brooklyn. One of my favorite clubs to be at is in Brooklyn. There's nothing but niggas there. You Spanish? They don't care. They don't give a fuck you come in here and you Spanish, but but you gotta make it a big deal that you Spanish, or you gotta make it a big deal. Why?
I was listening.
Don't do that. Come on, there's too much going on. Niggas gonna be ready to.
Now, I said you said the word nigga and you were talking about black. Now I was listening to Kendrick Lamar and he sampled somebody, I forgot the artist's name, but there was a song called Every Nigga Is a Star. Mm-hmm. Did you hear the Kendrick Lamar album? He got in the beginning said every nigga is a star. Is that true?
I believe so. I think that the word is misused. And I know a lot of my aunties and everybody's gonna be mad because I'm on here saying nigga. But I'm not saying it to be racist or derogatory. I'm saying it because for us, even though they try to put it on us like we're ignorant or whatever, we niggas, because we still act our way. But at the end of the day, look at Meek Mill before he had no money. That was a nigga. That was a real nigga. His braids was nappy. He was a real nigga, and I salute that because at the end of the day, he's still a real nigga.
And the so-called niggas, or not even slaves that was brought up from Africa, that was kings, queens, sharecroppers. We built this country.
Basically,
we built this country with the crops.
Think about anything that happens. Like I have a lot of posts. Like one post in particular says, "What if all this time black people were gold?" Which we really are, but nobody really knows it because we are stripped of everything. Niggas, which is really a king.
Ethiopia.
It's a king. So, it's a king. So, okay, yeah, king. Crown me. That's a king. It's not for you to say that we don't know where we come from. We know where we come from. You don't teach us what we know. Like, in history class in high school, I got in trouble. We had to all do something about the presidents or something. I don't remember everything about it, but my thing was the coins. That blows minds. I'm sorry, if you take 4 coins, you have a penny, a dime, a nickel, and a quarter. You're gonna have a quarter, a nickel, and a dime, 20 minutes back on a penny, and a penny is the only brown one. Like, come on, what did I tell you? That's it. There's nothing else to be said. That's it. That's it. The penny is the only one. It's the weakest amount. It's worth nothing, and everybody turns their back on the penny. But guess what? You take enough of them pennies, you're gonna have more money than just a little bit of that silver. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Come on, my teacher was a white woman. She sent me out of class. They tried to suspend me. I was in leadership, so my mom wasn't playing that. You know what I mean? So we went in, but I went to a white school, so it wasn't like I should be talking about that, but it's the truth. Like, I feel like this. When it comes to racism, I feel like you're brown or you're white. If you're not pale with light hair and some type of colored eye, you're black. That's how they see you. The white man see you. Oh, you Spanish, you black. Oh, you Puerto Rican, you black. You Asian, you black. Why? Because you're a minority and you will always be a minority to them. You're not them. We're minority. We can't run nothing. That's how they feel.
And you know what the word human means, right? Hue means color. Human.
Yeah. Let me tell you something else. Take a black man. No. Take a white man and put him with a white lady. What you gonna get? The purest form of nothing. Pale. Everything's just gonna be pale. There's gonna be no pigment. There's gonna be no color. Eyes are gonna be sensitive to the light. Skin's gonna be sensitive to the light. You have nothing. You have nothing but watered down paleness. Now put a black man with any other culture, you can have ultimate amount. It's just an endless amount of numbers of what you can get. You can get yellow, you can get brown, you can get black, you can get white as fuck, you can get in between, you can get reds and yellows and all these amazing, beautiful colors, but you can never have did that with a white woman if you didn't put it with a black man. You never could have did that. So what's so bad about being black? Because we're the only thing that can create anything beautiful. Anything with color comes from being black. You have black, you want to get white, you have to bleach it. If you want white and you want to get black, you have to add.
That's that Oakland in her, y'all. That's Oakland. Shout out to Oaktown. Word is born, man. That's Oaktown. You know what I mean? That's how they give it up. Oakland, California, yeah. You know what I mean? And we over here in New York, and that's how, you know what I mean? I see, y'all thought it was just a pretty face, and I thought that too. But you started dropping knowledge that captivated.
I'm just saying, my dad is, it comes from my background. My dad is very dark-skinned, he's a black man. My grandma was Catholic turned black Muslim, Black Panther. So a lot of the wisdom and ism, as we like to call it, it comes from them. And my mom, like I said, being white, she don't play that. My mom is not into that. Her parents act a little racist, but my mom's not into that. She believes in coming together and creating whatever is beautiful, whatever it should be, and that's it. So the only way, I said, "Ma, you dated a black man. Your mom can't stand black men. You dated a black man." She's like, "How do you think I was gonna create color?"
How do you spell your name?
It's Achonti.
Ashanti.
an African. There you go. This can tell you it's an African name. My brother found it in an African book. But when he spoke of it, my grandma, my mother's mother, wasn't too happy, wasn't too fond of it being African. So she, you know, had her little words. My mom didn't really feel too much pressure about it, but she did a little bit. So mom was like, okay, I'm gonna go be creative. She said, all right, I'm gonna take this African name and I'm gonna spell it French.
Got him.
When you write it and you put the hyphen over it, and the white man looks at that, my last name just screwed up everything, but like if you look at just that first name, and the white man looks at it with the hyphen, I'm like, oh, she's French.
Got him.
Got him! No, I really am French, but I'm mixed, and I think that was pretty cool. Like, my brother's name is Andrew. His name is Andrew Carlos. They think he's a Spanish person when he walks in the building. He's like, they were like, what? Spanish? Like, what? But that was my mom. Like, she's into different cultures. She's into different things, and I applaud her for that because she could have been sucked into the racism. She could have been sucked into that lifestyle. My grandma has 5 daughters, and all her grandkids, except for 3 or 4, are black. And she don't even really care for black people like that. And it's not. Let me say that's like, because it's not that my grandma and my grandfather both said, like, it's not that they don't like black people. They hate when black people act ignorant.
Oh, facts.
They hate when black people act ignorant.
Or anybody.
What you are, this is what they said you're gonna do. And why do it? We took you here, we put you into sports, we put you here, you were doing this, you were doing that, and you still gotta go to the block to sell drugs. Now that is a personal problem within your family. Like, that's a family issue, but nevertheless, it's the same for everybody. I think like they don't act like when black people act ignorant. And we don't really act ignorant, we just act like ourselves when there's a misconception.
Okay, now you said that they put you in the sports now. Shanti, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Like, is there a stereotype on strippers that all strippers are like so-called ignorant or
yeah,
like,
I love it. Because let me tell you, if a stripper can't be ignorant, first of all, because if you're an ignorant stripper, you're in the game, you better get the fuck up now because they're gonna eat your life. They're gonna eat you, and there's nothing else to it. Like, you have to be smart. You have to be smart with your money because that one week when you're making 1,000 this night and 2,000 this night, that next week you make it 200. You have nothing. You have nothing. You can't be stupid in any hustle. You can't be dumb in anything you do. You can't go own some clothing company and be ignorant because you're gonna lose it and you're gonna lose your money. Like, that don't make no sense. I work with some of the smartest people ever, girls that are going to be doctors and lawyers, but it pays bills. Don't get it misconstrued, but it's a hustle and it's not a career, and that's where people get confused at. That's not what it is. It's a hustle. You can do it while you can. You can do it while you're pretty, while your body's intact, while it's okay. Me, I have no children. I'm not saying you can't have kids and do it, but for me, that's not something I want. Like, when I have kids, I don't want to be stripper. But for now, because I don't got none, I'm gonna get this check and collect these chips. And by the time I have a kid, I'm gonna be okay, and I'm not gonna have to come back to that. But you can't be ignorant. Like, it's just so many different people in the club scene that you would never even know their knowledge, because it's not really about talking. It's about how pretty you are and shaking and moving, you know? So they do say that we're ignorant and we're hoes, and that's another thing. We're not hoes and we're not ignorant. These girls ain't stupid. Now, they may make you believe that they're stupid. They might make you feel like they're stupid, but they're not stupid. They're smart, and they're like I said, they're in school and they have a bigger picture. They have a bigger picture. The strip club is not the bigger picture. Owning the strip club would be the bigger picture. Working in the strip club to see how it is just the homework, basically. This is the homework stage of what you're doing, and next is doing it for real.
oh man, you got a Facebook or something?
I might do Instagram.
I know, I gotta get the what's the name? Damn, that was.
Twitter.